One of the easiest ways to lose power in any relationship, friendship, workplace, or social circle is to reveal your weakness before the other person has proven they are safe with access to it. Most people think vulnerability automatically creates closeness, but the truth is more uncomfortable than that, because vulnerability only creates closeness when it is shared with someone who has the maturity, loyalty, and emotional discipline to handle what you give them. When you reveal too much too early, you are not being deep, honest, or real in the way you think you are, because you may simply be handing someone a map to your insecurities before you know whether they are a protector, a competitor, a user, or an observer waiting for leverage. This does not mean you should become cold, fake, or emotionally unavailable, because a life without real connection becomes empty very quickly. But it does mean your inner world should not be open to anyone who has not earned the right to enter it. There is a difference between being authentic and being unguarded, because authenticity means you are honest about who you are, while being unguarded means you give deep access to people before their character has been tested. That difference matters because the wrong person will not just hear your weakness, they will study it, remember it, and bring it back later when they need control. They may use your fear to pressure you. They may use your past to shame you. They may use your insecurity to make you doubt yourself, or they may use your emotional honesty as proof that you are unstable when the relationship no longer benefits them. This is why access must be earned, not requested, not assumed, earned. When someone first enters your life, they should not immediately receive your deepest fears, your private plans, your family wounds, your financial struggles, your emotional triggers, your relationship history, your future moves, and the parts of your life that can be used to hurt you if loyalty changes. You can be respectful without being exposed. You can be friendly without being fully open, and you can be warm without giving a stranger the keys to your emotional house. The first mistake many people make is confusing attention with safety, because someone may listen carefully, ask deep questions, remember small details, and create a feeling of intimacy, yet that does not automatically mean they have good intentions. Some people are good listeners because they care, while others are good listeners because information gives them power, and if you do not know the difference, you may mistake curiosity for compassion. A person asking personal questions too quickly is not always emotionally intelligent, because sometimes they are simply rushing access, testing your boundaries, or trying to discover what makes you easy to influence. The strategic move is not to become rude or suspicious, but to slow the pace of disclosure and watch how they respond when access is not immediate. A healthy person will respect pace because they understand that trust grows through consistency, time, and behavior, while an unsafe person may become irritated, offended, or overly persistent when you do not open up on demand. That reaction tells you something important, because people who feel entitled to your private world before earning it often become dangerous when they are denied access. The second mistake is revealing weakness during emotional pressure, because pressure can make you say things your calm mind would have protected. When you feel lonely, guilty, excited, intimidated, flattered, or desperate to be understood, your guard can drop faster than your judgment can catch up. This is why manipulators often create emotional intensity early, because intensity makes people confuse speed with depth. They may say things like, "I feel like I can tell you anything," or "You are different from everyone else," or "I have never opened up like this before." And while those words may sound meaningful, they can also be used to pull matching vulnerability from you before trust has been built. When someone gives you a deep confession early, do not automatically feel pressured to give one back, because emotional honesty should not become a trade you are forced to match just because the other person went first. You can listen with kindness while still protecting your own depth. You can say, "I appreciate you sharing that," without responding by handing over something private that you are not ready to share. That one boundary alone can save you from many people who use early vulnerability as a doorway into your emotional system. The third mistake is sharing future plans with people who have not proven they can celebrate your progress without becoming threatened by it. Not everyone deserves to know what you are building. Some people should only see the outcome after the foundation is already strong enough to survive their opinion. The fourth mistake is giving full emotional access to people who only show loyalty when life is easy. Everyone looks safe when nothing is being tested, because loyalty is cheap when there is no pressure, no opportunity, no competition, and no personal cost. The real test is not how someone treats your weakness when they are in a good mood, but how they treat it when they are angry, disappointed, jealous, embarrassed, or no longer benefiting from being close to you. Do they protect what you shared when the relationship becomes tense, or do they bring it back as ammunition? Do they keep your private words private, or do they repeat them to gain sympathy, attention, or control? Do they handle your vulnerability with care, or do they use it to build a version of you that makes them look innocent and you look unstable? That is the test. You must stop giving detailed emotional maps to people who have already shown that they do not handle your feelings responsibly. A person who repeatedly dismisses your pain does not need more explanation. They need less access. This is where emotional control becomes practical, because the goal is not to bury your feelings, but to stop presenting them to people who treat them like tools. Your vulnerability is valuable, and valuable things require protection. Now, the practical system for this episode is called the access ladder, and it is simple enough to use in every relationship without becoming paranoid. The first level is public access, which means the person knows basic, safe information about you, such as your general interests, your surface opinions, and the version of your life that would not damage you if repeated. The second level is personal access, which means the person has shown enough consistency to know more about your values, your goals, your preferences, and some parts of your daily life. The third level is emotional access, which means the person has earned the right to hear about your fears, disappointments, pain, and sensitive experiences because they have shown care, discretion, and maturity over time. The fourth level is strategic access, which means the person can know your future plans, major decisions, private conflicts, and important moves because they have proven that they can protect your trust, even when there is nothing to gain. Most people get hurt because they give level 3 or level 4 access to level 1 people. They meet someone, feel chemistry, enjoy attention, and suddenly the person knows their wounds, triggers, family pain, financial worries, private goals, and emotional weak spots before their loyalty has been tested. That is not connection. That is exposure. From today, let access rise slowly. Let people earn the next level through consistency, not charm. Let them earn it through discretion, not curiosity. Let them earn it through behavior under pressure, not beautiful words and peaceful moments. Before you reveal something private, ask yourself 3 questions. Have they proven they can keep private things private? Have they shown respect when they were disappointed? Have they handled small access responsibly before I give them deeper access? If the answer is no, then slow down. You do not have to cut them off, hate them, test them cruelly, or treat them like an enemy. You simply keep them at the level they have earned. That is maturity. That is strategy. That is self-respect. The strongest people are not the people who trust nobody, because trusting nobody is not strength. It is fear dressed like wisdom. The strongest people are the ones who know how to trust in stages, because they understand that access without discernment becomes a doorway for manipulation. So for the next 7 days, practice the access ladder. Before you share something private, ask whether the person has earned public access, personal access, emotional access, or strategic access. If they have only earned the surface, keep the conversation on the surface. If they have earned more, allow more slowly. If they violate access, adjust the level without guilt. You are not being cold by protecting your inner world. You are being responsible, because the wrong person will use your weakness to control you, but the right person will handle your weakness with honor. The difference between those two people is not discovered through words. It is discovered through time, pressure, and behavior. Never reveal your weakness too early. Let access be earned. Let trust grow slowly. Let people show you who they are before you hand them the parts of you that took years to survive, because your vulnerability is not common property. Your pain is not public information. Your future is not group discussion, and your inner world should only be entered by people who have proven they know how to protect what they are allowed to see. Your pain is not public information. Your future is not group discussion, and your inner world should only be entered by people who have proven they know how to protect what they are allowed to see. Your pain is not public information. Your future is not group discussion, and your inner world should only be entered by people who have proven they know how to protect what they are allowed to see.